Y así arranca el segundo, es esto la fábrica del día de la fecha. Escuchábamos Red Mes, escuchamos a los amigos de Red Mes haciendo intravenoso y arrancamos el segundo, es esto la fábrica del día de hoy. Es un programa donde hablamos con artistas y estamos ya con los amigos de Red Mes. Hi,
Hola,
how are
¿qué
you?
tal?
Are you listening me good? Hi.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Acá por los amigos.
Muy bien. Oh, Thiago es de acá.
Acá estamos. ¿Me escuchan bien? ¿Me
Sí.
entienden español todo?
Un poco,
Bueno,
yo un poco.
Fuera más español, está todo bien. Pasa
Bueno,
nada.
el amigo Raúl igual habla portugués también, así que nos vamos a saber entender. Esto es así, amigos. Bueno, primero muchas gracias por su tiempo, por estar acá conectado con ustedes. Me encanta el stoner, me encanta lo que hace, ya vamos a hablar de todo eso. Pero antes, el amigo Raúl tiene un cuestionario que le hacemos a todas las bandas que hemos entrevistado. Es un poco extraño, pero no tengan miedo, que son preguntas que pueden decir no te quiero responder y no pasa nada. Y después vamos a estar hablando sí del presente de Red Mes. ¿Les parece bien?
Ya, sí, claro.
Espectacular. Bueno, Raúl, creo que me entendieron, pero a vos te van a entender mejor.
Sí, no. We are going to make the interview in English. It's okay. And if you don't know something, you can speak in Portuguese. I live.
Muy bien.
No, bueno, eu morei, fico com muita vergonha. Eu morei 7 anos em Brasil e compreendo, falo português, todo, mas fico com muita vergonha. Así que no, please, let's make it in English, okay? And I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners.
All right.
Okay,
all right.
perfect. Sí.
That was amazing Portuguese already.
Sí, no. And then we are going to talk because we really love your kind of music and we want to know the things about your band. So we are live. Please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
You wanna say first, Thiago?
Hey, hello guys. I'm Thiago Franzin. I'm 27 years old,
Okay.
and I'm the guitarist of Red Mess.
Yeah. I'm Douglas. I'm 27 as well, and I'm the drummer of Red Mess.
I'm Lucas, I play bass and sing. I'm 31, a bit older than you are.
It's okay. I'm over 40, so no problem with that. Bueno, estamos hablando con la gente de Red Mess, con los tres integrantes, guitarra, bajo y batería. El bajista es el más grande que tiene. You say 30 years, 34?
31.
31, ahí está. 31 años y los otros dos tienen 27. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
The first memory of me listening to music and liking it was watching.
Not necessarily
I
like
told you this story these days, right? When I was
I
5 or 4, my favorite song ever was the first time I say, "Oh, this is a banger." I was watching Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
It was the theme song of Dirty Dancing. This
Oh,
movie.
what was the song again? It was like.
Can it feel like
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Main theme, main song of Dirty Dancing, de la canción.
Yeah.
Perfecto, sí. And for...
Vos sos un fanático de lo...
No.
Yo era muy niño también, yo 4 años.
You have to say that...
¿Y hacías el pasito? ¿Hacías el...
El pasito.
Despacito, ¿no? Expliquémosle a la gente, you're now living in Berlin, están viviendo en Berlín, pero son en Alemania, pero son de Brasil. ¿De qué parte de Brasil?
Sul of Brazil.
Which kind of...
De Londrina, no está en el mapa, pero si tú das mucho zoom, entonces tú achas.
Bien pequeño Londrina, sí, está... Eu moré en Porto Alegre muito tempo.
¿No?
Eu morei em Porto Alegre 7 anos, así que fica bem perto. Sí.
Porto Alegre es una ciudad grande.
Es grande, sí.
Londrina es
Medio
millón de habitantes.
Ahí está, sí. Ahí empiezan las diferencias. 500.000 personas le parece una ciudad pequeña a los brasileños. Ahí está las diferencias, es increíble, sí. And for the rest of the band, the first memories.
Yeah, okay. I think my first memory was that I remember is like probably Pink Floyd, like probably Wish You Were Here with my father, or Beatles, like something like that.
And for you, Thiago.
Thiago.
For me, it was in my house for sure. My dad used to play acoustic guitar, and he has these little folders with Brazilian songs, and he would just play the songs. And I remember me like staring at a C major on his hand. This is, I think, my first music. Of course, I didn't know it was a C major, but now I remember that I saw his hand like doing this little stairs, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. What is this? I was like 3, I don't know, but I have this memory.
See, and this is a personal question. We always talk with the people from all around the world. Why you think you listen to the Beatles and that kind of things, or Pink Floyd, and not the music from your country? You know, Brazil is full of music. Where did you get Pink Floyd and that kind of things?
I think from myself, honestly, I don't know why my father started to like listening to Pink Floyd, but I mean, my father is a huge fan of Brazilian music as well, but around my home, there was so much of like this English bands and American bands. I don't know why, maybe because of the rock and roll stuff, you know, my father is a really rock and roll fan, so probably like that, you know, but I love Brazilian music as well, you know.
Sushi, of course, see, the taste.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, the groove, you can feel the groove, always, You're Brazilian, you know. See, and, can you explain, some time ago, I tried to explain to Manu and people from all around the world, what was psychedelia, you know, the movement of psychedelia in Brazil. Can you explain that? Because I feel that in some way, then the stoner has something of that. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, in Brazilian music, since the 60s and beyond, there was an important movement called Tropicalia. That a lot of people know. And that would mix like popular Brazilian music with rock music and psychedelic elements like long solos and exploring textures and different, like more ambience and different sounds that usually were not incorporated to music.
Exactly.
So I think this is very present on the popular Brazilian music, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
And Thiago has a lot to say about that as well.
Mutantes as well, a lot, yeah.
Mutantes, exactly, sí.
Mutantes, ¿no?
Sí. Thiago, what would you like to say something about that? You know that kind of music.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I think Klepa said a lot about it. I think they were really interested in like getting, like absorbing this like rock elements, like this gringo stuff, like the USA rock.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, there was this anthropophagic movement, you know, they call it like that you like kind of eat that, you absorb that, and then you just put it back again out, but in your way, you know. And I think for us it's like impossible. Like sometimes people ask if what we are doing is Brazilian music, and like I think it is, you know, because we are Brazilians. Like we grow up there. Like even that we sing in English and we play like rock music, we did, like I think it's impossible not to do that, you know. It's impossible not to like express yourself through the things you grew up like with.
Exactly.
You add things, and I think we have like, it's impossible for us not to like do that with our music.
Perfecto, sí, and that is the word antropomorfia. Lo que nos estaban explicando, que yo quería llegar ahí también de alguna manera, Manu, que hay una cosa para mí muy parecida entre los argentinos y los brasileños, que tomamos elementos de la música de afuera y la hacemos nuestra. En Argentina me parece que en los finales de los 80 y en los 90, y en los 90, por el tema del español, cosas como Soda Stereo, por ejemplo, tuvieron un montón de trascendencia, y toda esa antropomorfia, no me sale exactamente la palabra en español. Sí, no, quedó para adentro, Manu, que es la diferencia. Al cantar muchos en portugués, no lo exportaron, no salió para tanto, y hay un nivel de música en Brasil, en todo Brasil, que es increíble. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
Oh man, the big concert?
Anyone that you like to say.
I would say for me it was probably Slayer.
Ooh. Where?
Yeah,
in which
probably.
Place?
Yeah, when I remember it was Slayer, Ghost, and Iron Maiden, I think, but I really was there for Slayer, I remember. Thiago was with me, we were like 14 or 15. This was my first like big concert. Yeah.
Bueno.
Beautiful.
For you?
My first big concert, I was a bit old. I was older, I was 17, it was a Dream Theater concert that I went from our hometown to São Paulo to catch it. I used to like it a lot back then.
How many kilometers? ¿Cuánto de viaje hasta San Pablo?
We're measuring hours, right? It's around 5 to 6 hours.
Uf,
Drive.
excelente, sí. For you, Thiago, you have something to say?
I was 12. My dad and we went to see ZZ Top in São Paulo.
Muy bueno.
Terrible.
Muy bueno.
Fiesta.
Y veo que la influencia de ZZ Top la tenés en la barba.
Buenísimo. Manu, ¿alguna pregunta? Sigo con el tema de la banda, todo.
Quiero hablar de la distorsión, quiero hablar de cómo afinan, Raúl, pero terminar la parte
ahí
esta
está,
y después...
Manu is a big fan. He's a guitar player and he has a stoner band too, and he loves your kind of music. So we are going to start with the band. How did Red Mess begin, and why you put that name to the band?
We begin as another, they had a different band also already when I met them. They were very young, it was called School Age Coopers. And then once I got in, we like kind of making music together. We decided to come up with a new name to release the next records. And Red Mess
Was I think a random choice. I think we were just testing.
Red is a cool color. Mess is a nice word and means a lot to what we wanted to achieve with music. And like red, explosive and anger and passion, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But you started with the band in Berlin, or you were playing together in Brazil?
No, in Brazil. Yeah, we grew up together playing. I mean,
perfect.
Since we started to play together, me and Thiago, we started when we were, I think, 14, something like that. But as Lucas said, we had another band, and then we met Lucas, and then we were like a quartet, if I'm not mistaken. Then we changed it. We just like, you know what? Let's be a power trio. Let's just be you, me and Lucas, and then we just started to play, you know, in Brazil, in our hometown.
That was 2013.
Yeah, 2013. So we played together since 2013. Yeah.
But 3 years ago we moved to Berlin.
Yeah,
3 years
ago.
only. Okay, you are studying in Berlin. You are working. What you are doing in Berlin? Or just
we
play?
do a bit of this and that, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
trying to live. Yeah, trying to live.
Está bien, son unos brasileros tratando de vivir en Berlín, perfecto. Manu, se mudaron hace 3 años, tocan desde el 2013 juntos, ya se conocían en el colegio. Bueno, y en 2017, en 2017, you released your first album, Into the Mess. How was the recording process of that first album?
It was really great, actually. I miss this one because we know a band that it's called Muñoz. I even like recommend it a lot to you guys if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
It's Muñoz. They just released an album now, really great new album. And we were friends of them, and we had like songs already composed, and then they used to live in Santa Catarina, Florianópolis.
Sí.
Yeah. And then we decided to record at their studio. There.
Their house, yeah.
In their house, was their house, you know.
Wow.
And then we stayed there. It was on the top of the mountain, and we spent like a week there, if I'm not mistaken.
We got the Rafael who had produced their previous records to record us in their place. So it
was really nice. I even miss these times. Were really great because we were just friends hanging out and
spend a week over there. Yeah.
They're really great people as well. You will like them for sure. If you like this kind of music, you will really like, because we have a lot of references from them for sure. We drank naturally from them as well.
Perfect. Then we are going to send the links and that kind of things, and we can change links and that kind of, perfect. Muñoz is the name of the
really great one.
Sí. And in August of this year you release your last album, High Tech Starvation. You change many things in the recording process or not?
Do you want to talk about that, Thiago?
I think we always, since we started the band, we always recorded kind of similar. Like we play like the basic tracks live, like guitar, bass, drums, like no click, just go there and play. And after that we do some overdubs of like some extra stuff and voice separately. And we always did like that, like everything that we recorded. So this time we did the same. I think we just, in Berlin, the difference was that was of course more expensive to record over here. Like, so we had like, I think 3 days in the studio to record the basic tracks and overdubs. And we did that in this album, in the studio. And then the voice we recorded in this room that I am right now, which is like a small production room that I have here.
Yeah, we recorded quite fast the album, but we had spent a lot of time on making the pre-tracks and the guide tracks. So like once we got to the studio, we kind of knew what we wanted to achieve already.
Wow.
So.
Sí. Muy bueno, muy bueno. You have your own rehearsal room?
Right now, yeah.
Perfect.
By then, when we recorded, we were like renting per hour.
Perfect.
I think it's nice to say also that in the first year that we were in Berlin, we applied for this funding,
Perfect.
the music book, and we got this funding from Berlin to, we got money to pay for our rehearsal space in the time and to compose. Was like a project that we wrote to compose this album. So we got this like sponsorship to create music, which was amazing. We spent like 6 months doing this project, which most of the songs in the album come from this period, and it was really helpful for us. It was our first year in Berlin, so it was really helpful. You know, it was a good start. Like, gave us a little bit of like, you know, help. Yeah.
Muy bueno. Nice experience. Sí. I have some personal question. You know, I'm from Argentina, and we feel sorry for this, that Brazilian people always live in the beach. You know, like drinking cachaça and that kind of thing. Sorry for that. But why? Sí, Manu, perdón. Sorry for this. So I have to say.
And I cannot. Like, we all drink some cachaça.
No, it's okay.
So, I'm
a pinguso. You know, I'm a pinguso. I drink a lot of cachaça. I love that. See, but for me particularly, I feel that why you make like really distortion music and really aggressive music? Not you, no. It's in general the question. Near the beach, you know, you have beautiful sunsets and that kind of things, and then you play like. Why do you think that you make that kind of things? See?
There's a lot of anger sources to come with in Brazil, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the weather is not one of them, but a lot.
Perfect.
The weather is just a detail when you're living in hell, you know?
Perfect. You understand the question. You understand the question.
Everyone there if you just look at the things that you don't like, that you feel unsatisfied with, it's easily to want to state.
Perfect.
Stand a point, you know, with our music.
Perfect.
Like out of discomfort.
You understand perfect the question, and you have the right reasons. I think that I'm okay with that too. Lo que les estaba preguntando, Manu, bueno, era obvio la pregunta. Soy argentino, mira, viven en la playa, ¿por qué? Con esos atardeceres preciosos y la playa que tienen, hacen ese tipo, hay bandas súper, no solamente ellos, súper agresivas, y le pregunté por qué, y me dicen, realmente si vos te fijás alrededor, hay un montón de cosas por qué enojarse en Brasil, y me pareció súper coherente la respuesta. Great answer. Hay un montón de cosas así.
Another detail is that our city doesn't have a beach.
I would say that.
No playa,
Sí, I know.
Nosotros tenemos que tocar.
Sí. But in Florianopolis, in the studio, you have nice beaches.
Okay, yeah.
Florianopolis, most of all. Perfecto. Sí. Manu, si le querés hacer preguntas de cosas técnicas.
Yo quiero preguntarle si afinan en alguna forma rara las guitarras, los bajos, o un estándar, pero un tono abajo, 2 tonos abajo, eso. Porque me interesa mucho el sonido que han logrado. Me gusta mucho la canción Crashing Gravity, me partió la cabeza esa canción. Y quiero hablar también sobre la batería también, un poco cómo se arman los temas, si es que piensan los tres una canción y trabajan a partir de eso, o cada uno funciona como células individuales y van saliendo las composiciones? Así que bueno, si les parece bien, arranquemos por la afinación para no hacer una cosa medio rara. ¿Cómo afinan ustedes, muchachos? ¿En qué nota?
Dejaré a Thiago porque él tiene una afinación muy especial para coaching girls.
Ah, ¿viste? Hay algo raro ahí.
It's un ton abajo with C drop, the
Bien.
sixth thing. So it's like a drop D, but one full.
It's a full step down.
I'll explain in English. It's one step down everything, but the low string more. Sí.
Un poquito más. Un poquitito más. Ahí va. Tiki, hermoso. Y en el caso de la composición, ¿deciden los tres? ¿Hay alguien que lleva la batuta o va todo más flasheando? Cada uno por su lado.
I'll start. Usually we have tons of riffs, like demos of like. I have tons of like riffs in my computer and clap also. And then when we decide to like, we need to make an album, and then we go through all these things that we have, and we start like a Frankenstein, like get this from this and that for that. But we always do it together, and like we start with some idea that can be mine, can be clap, like a melodic or riff thing, and then
we come on, now we need a bridge. Let's see if what he can do. Now I need a breakdown riff. Usually those come from the Thiago collection. He has a collection of breakdowns that depending on the song it will fit, We can see.
Muy bueno. Muy bueno. ¿Y cuáles son las influencias del baterista de vos, amigo? ¿Cuáles son tus influencias en los que más te puede? La verdad es que es un sonido bastante tuyo, único.
I think for me, what I really enjoyed regarding drumming was always John Bonham for sure, and probably Dave Grohl as well. I really enjoy his drumming. I really enjoy it. It's very melodic, I like drummers that are melodic somehow, They are rhythmic, but they have rhythm, but at the same point they know how to compose, you know what I mean? It's not just I really enjoy this kind of feeling, and I think John Bonham and Dave Grohl, I think they have this kind of stuff, mostly going to the rock side, right? When I think about composing stuff, I always try to go to this side, drink from that, from the melodic side. As much as I can. Sometimes it's not possible, but Cameron. Yeah, Matt Cameron as well from Soundgarden as well.
Mitch Mitchell, el de Hendrix.
Yeah, Mitch Mitchell.
Es muy melódico también.
Wow, love it. Super jazzy rock drummer, right? I really enjoyed this time when rock started to become a thing, and drummers that were teach in jazz music, they were going to the rock music. So they were applying the jazz drums for rock. For me, it's one of the best. If you get I don't know, mostly of the Woodstock performances, this kind of stuff, most of the drummers there, you can see even they play traditional, playing traditional with the hands like that, and they are just doing that because they were taught to do like that because of the jazz school, but they were playing rock, so there was a sauce on it that you don't see so much anymore, but I love it, I love it. Even John Bonham. Somehow.
Mi última pregunta tiene que ver con que ustedes realmente llevan adelante un sonido claro, no hay así como super delays y cosas así muy flasheras, pero en bandas nuevas hay mucho efecto, mucho sintetizador, mucho sonido nuevo en esta nueva época. Red Mess está abierto al uso de Ableton y soniditos electrónicos y ese tipo de ideas o cosas, o no es el momento, nada que ver.
We have just a little bit of that. Just hearing that, we wouldn't admit where.
Yeah, I mean, we don't use so much, but I think we are always open for everything. I think so. I mean, we never thought about that, I think so. Probably we didn't thought about that yet, but I think if somehow we would think about it, I think we would do it. I mean, we were super open about experimenting, you know,
but
at
also,
least.
I think in our core philosophy, we always wanted
Organic,
to record what we can play live.
Exactly,
You know?
that's true.
If we cannot make live with our hands and do the same,
Yeah,
we wouldn't go.
yeah.
This time we allowed ourselves to record like 2 backing vocals, you know, and or at some point put one synth note, you know,
Yeah,
things that then we alive we don't incorporate, but just small details.
yeah, just for
In
the
general,
production, yeah.
Yeah, like we don't add like relevant stuff to the music that we cannot play ourselves.
Interesante, buen concepto para llevar, sí, muy bueno, muy bueno. ¿Alguna otra pregunta, Manu, del audio, quizás de alguna guitarra o algo? Perfecto, sí.
Vamos.
Sí.
Todo bien.
Y bueno, yo le quería preguntar, you search for a sound, siempre hago la misma pregunta, ¿buscan un sonido, you search for a sound, or you just play and this is my sound? You keep like hours and hours, no, I love this sound, not, or you search for it, or you always play?
I think we do less than we should this, but also it's a bit boring to
Exactly.
It's a natural state. Like as we rehearse, we go hearing, oh, this has too much of this and less of that, and slowly come with our sound. But usually all this, like once my bass set up, it's gonna be for the whole concert, you know.
Exactly.
So, and I'm always playing the same way, so like it gives consistency. Thiago has some new tweaks from the album we came. Now he's like splitting in 2 amps, so he can have 2 different guitars at once, you know.
Stereo thing.
Wow, muy bueno, sí, buenísimo. Es bajista, Manu, es de los míos. I completely agree. I want to play. Yo quiero tocar. Después, then we make the sound. Sí, totalmente.
I don't allow myself to overthink too much.
Sí, perfecto. Sí, which bass you have? ¿Qué bajo tú ten?
Fender Precision.
Precision. Mexicano, perfecto. Clan, espectacular. Sí, perfecto, muy bueno. Manu, si te parece, hacemos un par de preguntas más y cerramos. Sí. Can you tell us how do you feel about the music scene in Berlin?
I like it. I mean, there's a lot of variety, you know. A lot of people doing a lot of stuff. You can find a niche for everything here. I mean, that was the thing that really blew my mind somehow, you know. There's a really great stoner scene, also really great, really big, in whole Germany.
Something we're not used to.
Yeah, we're not used to.
Usually we're one of a kind. We had a few friend bands that would pass, but like the geographic distance between the bands who did this kind of thing, but like it was kind of a barrier for a scene to
grow, right? Yeah. Be built. But here I think we have a great scene, you know, from all kinds of genre, from punk to like indie, I don't know, like rock stuff, any kind of rock, any kind of niche. I really enjoy that. I mean, I think we enjoy it. Punk stuff. There's a lot of punk stuff here too.
I never heard so much punk in my life after I moved here, you know.
Same.
I didn't like too much, but at some point I had to, you know, because I show up only the place I want to go are punk concerts. My friends are all punk. At some point I'll say, hey, I actually
like
listening to punk at home, you know. This jam.
Sí, perfecto, muy bueno. And but the scene is in German or in English?
Both. I've been listening a lot to German punk bands.
Sí. You know Die Totenhausen?
Yeah, I know by name.
You have to listen to them,
but I know by name. I know that they are huge.
See, they were really big in Germany and in Buenos Aires too. They are a really good band to listen to. Can you tell us something about the future plans of Red Mess?
Touring?
Yeah, touring, playing.
And selling t-shirts.
Yeah, and selling.
Perfect. See,
yeah.
We have the chance to meet you through Noise Solution Records. They are incredible people. They are really
cool.
Sí.
They're really great friends of ours now. Yeah, they helped us when we first arrived here. I mean, we were in contact with them since Brazil. And when we arrived here, it was even better because we got to know them, and they're super kind people, you know.
Exactly.
Really open people, and so they're really great. That's nice that you guys know them.
Sí, perfect. Really good people. And just to finish the interview, Manu, cierro con la última. Vamos, dale, perfecto, sí. Just to finish the interview, we are going to play Over the Mountain. That is my favorite song. Sí. And can you tell us something about that particular song?
How did it came with?
I don't remember.
I think this song I came up with one morning, and I started playing on the guitar I had at home, and yeah, this is actually cool. Saved on the phone. A few months later, I found it on the phone and said, hey, I can make the rest of this song.
Perfect.
And then we Over the Mountain was a turning point for us because we unlocked this thing of inverting the drum accent.
That's true.
You know? Like in this, like bum, jun, 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 ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, bum. And then coming back, and then this is like a trick, a play that we kept using to this day, you know. It's like one of our...
Crushing Gravity has it as well.
Crushing Gravity was we wanted to do the ultimate.
Yeah.
This also comes from a video game song.
No.
Doom
Which
Eternal.
one?
Yeah.
Which one?
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
It has kind of a super crazy soundtrack that I think it's made on computer, most of it, but it's supposed to sound ultra modern metal and has all these cheesy breakdowns. And there's one specific song that like abuses this to the most, you know, like inverting the accent and coming back. Yeah. The only thing they fear is you, I think is the same.
Yeah, true.
The name of the song. I don't know.
Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. And then we are going to change some links, okay? We are going to check Muñoz and that kind of things. Thank you very much. See, it's really a pleasure to meet you. And maybe we can. I'm living in Barcelona, so maybe I can go to a show or that kind of thing.
He was in Barcelona I think last year he was in Barcelona. Lucas was there.
No, but we will come there as a band.
Yeah, we will do it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, Raul. Thank you, Manu.
See you.
Bye.